Hey guys, what's going on? This is Alex over at My Freedom Smokes, and it's December. We're wrapping up the year. It has been an absolutely crazy year here for us at My Freedom Smokes, and with that, we wound up bringing in so many new products this year. We probably brought in more products this year than we did last year. And through that, you don't know what to pick. You know, there's just so many new things out there. You go to the site, you click on new products, and you don't recognize any of it. We're here to kind of help you weed through the bowl and figure out what the best of the best for 2016 was. Now, keep in mind, this is just our personal opinions, okay? Just because your favorite mod isn't listed here does not mean that it was not a good mod. For us personally, and what we recommend to our customers here at My Freedom Smokes, this is the top of the top for us. Now, I'm gonna start with the one I've already got in my hand. Ever since I tried this little unit, I have not put it down. I absolutely love the iCare unit. Everyone that I've talked to and I've recommended it to have all said it's very easy to use, long battery life, fast charging, and probably one of the more reliable vapes they've gotten. What I do want to say is if you ever are a little bit apprehensive about purchasing this simply due to its size, don't let that stop you. I understand that there's a lot of people and a lot of customers that just don't like the box-shaped things. But when you really take into account the diameter of the thing and how small it is, it's not like you're holding a videotape in your hand or a cassette tape. You're holding a tiny little, I'd say, business side card in length vape. And it really does provide a really good nicotine flavor hit, and I just can't recommend it enough. It's got adjustable airflow, and I've even been able to see people use high VG mixes in it and their high PG mixes in it, and it all still work fine. So, first on the list is the Eleaf iCare. That's my #1 pick for the starter kits of this year. Now, taking a look at some of the other ones, we've also got here the Juul kit. Now, we couldn't keep this thing in stock. People were buying these up like crazy. We really do like this one. For me, the only reason I don't use this one on the day-to-day basis isn't because of the performance or battery life or anything of the sort. It's simply because you do have to purchase the refill cartridges for these. Now, they do have ways that you can refill it, and I've done that a few times. It's just a pain in the butt. So for me personally, I didn't care for that. And I'm very particular about my e-liquids. I like one specific one, and that's kind of what I've stuck with for the past 2 years. And unfortunately, their menthol just really didn't hit the mark for me on that. But their creme brulee was amazing. And I still use it every so often, but that's, for me, not my all-day vape. So this is another highly recommended device, especially for someone wanting something a little incognito, small. It's very lightweight. And I think you will be happy with this, especially if all you're trying to do is quit smoking. You're not really going into it for the hobby aspect. This is really all you're gonna need. And again, really can't recommend enough for people that are looking for that sort of thing. People that like mods and sub-ohming probably aren't gonna like this too much, but if all you're wanting to do is quit smoking and have some fun flavors to try here and there and be very easy, like pop this out, just pop something else new in, highly recommend the Juul kit. Next up is one of the Inken kits that we've gotten in kind of recently. This is the Smart Box. Now, we haven't had this one in for too long, but it's already skyrocketed up to the top picks for us simply because it is well constructed and it comes with the iSub-V tank, and I personally really like these tanks. You get really good flavor out of it, really good vapor production, small and compact, and it really doesn't leak too much. The mod itself is just a continuous output. It reads the resistance of your coil and outputs accordingly. But just keep in mind, you will need an 18650 battery for this. It does not come with one pre-installed. So if you were purchasing the Inken Smart Box, you will need an 18650 battery to go in this. Now, for someone that's just kind of looking to quit smoking, this might not really be the best, only because you aren't able to really dial in your settings and honestly, this is made for cloud chasing. So if you are wanting something that's going to output a lot of cloud, have really good flavor, but you're just not as worried about, your nicotine content, do recommend the Smart Box. Now these two right here, these are two different little all-in-one pin style mods, but they're both sub-ohm. This one is the Army 1. Now this one, I believe I wound up doing a review on it not too long ago. I do like this one a good bit. Everything is kind of self-contained. You can't take the tank off. You remove the drip tip to get to your coil. I remember the one downside for this one on me personally was I didn't feel the battery was very powerful. But again, I'm kind of used to a certain level of vape. So I would recommend the Army 1 for someone that's kind of getting into vaping and they're not quite sure if it's going to be for them or not. And if they do feel that this is something they'd want to go with, but maybe something a little smaller, I would recommend the Kanger Sub-VOD. This one, honestly, I feel is a little bit better than the Army. The battery is a little stronger, and I feel that the tank is a little bit more well constructed. I really do like these Kanger sub tanks. Before I was using the iCare a whole lot. This was my all-day vape with just a different battery, but this same tank was the one I was using for the longest time, and it does perform great. We've got the sub VOD and we've also got the top VOD variant in which the tank is a little different. The top cap can actually screw off so you can fill up the liquid that way instead of having to take the whole tank off. Very inexpensive choice, really works well with the high VG liquids. This is also good for people that are wanting a lot of cloud output, not really trying to quit smoking as much because you can't really have too much nicotine in the sub-ohm categories because it winds up getting too harsh. And one of the last ones, and this is a big one, it's the new iJust from Eleaf. Now this one is really large. It's got a big tank with it and it's got a nice thick battery. This one is really recommended for the customer that's really wanting an all-in-one unit, but they want something that's going to be big and powerful. For me, this is a little big to stick in my pocket, but I do know that people do like these and they are a good on-the-go unit simply because the battery life is good. You can hold a whole lot of liquid in the tank and you've got your micro USB on the back for USB charging, which I do feel the need to mention that all of these batteries you do see here in front of you have the USB charging capability aside from the Juul. The Juul has its own specific charger that works with magnets, but that's still a USB charger. You just go pop it in. It's not like you can use the same cord for all of these. And actually, correction, this one doesn't have a USB either, but all the rest down this way will. So that's maybe something else to take into consideration too when looking at your best starter kits for 2016. If you're looking for something that you can use on the go and you can charge it up quickly, all of these devices from here over will have the micro USB charging capability so you can vape while you're charging. These over here will not, but since this is an 18650 mod, always have one maybe extra on the charger. That way you can just pop a new one in. And to be honest, this thing charges really fast. So if this dies on you, give it about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes on the charger and you should be good. So again, I just want to thank everyone for continuing to support us into 2016. We're heading into 2017 and we're really excited for what the future will hold. So thank you again for shopping with us here at My Freedom Smokes. Here are what we think is the best of 2016. And if you have any questions about these products, leave them below. And until next time, thank you for vaping and have a happy new year.